Hey guys, welcome to the video. I really appreciate you joining today. Today is November 28th, 2022. It's a Monday morning. I'm going to do my training update for the last week of training ending yesterday, the 27th. This is week 14 of my build-up for the Perpetual Motion 24-hour race that's happening on December 3rd, where I had hoped to go over 100 miles in the 24 hours. This will be my last update. The race is this next Saturday. Yay! I'll first talk a little bit about my training this week. I'll talk about some of the challenges I've had and why I'm actually going to change my goals a little bit for this coming Saturday. Anyway, this week I was able to get in a 5-mile run on Tuesday. I ended up doing a 3.2-mile run on Thursday. And then on Saturday I went out and I did a marathon for my last long run. My friend Angela Tortorese owns Running the Distance Texas, and she puts on, I guess it's 9 marathons every year. Angela has run over 1,000 marathons herself. She's actually like the Guinness World Record holder for a female, the number of marathons run in a year. But anyway, she puts on what she calls the Texas Triple, which is 3 marathons over the weekend of Memorial Day on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. She puts on 4 marathons, the Texas Quad, over Thanksgiving Day weekend. So one on Thursday, one on Good Friday, one on Saturday, and one Sunday. So that's what I was participating in this past weekend. And then she puts on the Texas Double in the middle of December, which is 2 marathons in 2 days. She limits the races to about 100 people. It's a small crowd, but it's a very laid back, nice feel to it. The races cost less than the majority of marathons, but her being a person that has run so many marathons, she gets a lot of people from the 50 States Marathon Club and the Marathon Maniacs there all the time. So you meet some interesting people, some inspiring people. Anyway, I had run one of these marathons the weekend. I've run several of them over the years, but I had run one of these in my build-up for my 2019 Perpetual Motion, where I went over 100 miles. I did it the week prior, so I decided to do this one the week prior as the last long run. On the race on Saturday, it rained the whole time. So I was going out Friday and there was actually rain in the forecast, so I was expecting to get wet. Well, we actually got really lucky. It was cloudy the whole time. There was threats of rain. We thought it was coming, but it actually held off. So it actually ended up being a really nice day at the Texas Quad Day 2 when I ran. And the temperatures hovered right around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like perfect marathon running weather. My goal was to just do it slow, take it easy as the last long run. I was thinking I might be able to come in around 5 hours. Not real hard, but not, you know, anyway, that was kind of my goal, coming in around 5 hours. I actually felt really good on the run. I was doing exactly that. I was on pace to probably be a little under 5 hours. I was 21.5 miles in. I ended up meeting someone, decided to walk with them a little bit, and I ended up walking with them the rest of the race. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But so I ended up with finishing the marathon. I slowed down and ended up with about 5 hours and 36 minutes. So here's the relive of that now. Okay, so when I was 21.5 miles in, I came upon a runner. He was actually walking, looked like he had some back pain. So I decided to slow down and walk with him a little bit. Turned out the runner's name was Haywood. He was from Compton, California. And he was an amazing guy. I really enjoyed visiting and enjoyed walking with him. That's why I just kept walking the rest of the race, because I was really enjoying the visit. I was really hitting my goal of getting in a last long run, and I just enjoyed the visit. Haywood is 80 years old. He was doing his 727th marathon. Pretty amazing. Marathon or longer. Some of those have been 100-milers and things. But Haywood had lots of stories, and he's really good at telling them. I'm really kind of disappointed that I didn't get my camera out and film some of them. But I learned that Haywood is going to be at the snowdrop that I'm doing the end of December. So I'm hoping I'll get to share some miles with him and maybe record something for the channel then. But in addition to running 727 marathons, he also he worked as a school teacher. He's still working at age 80. He's teaching people about Medicare and about their different options, and showing them different supplemental Medicare plans. But some of the things that are inspiring about Haywood is he just keeps going. He's never learned to swim as a kid, didn't really swim as an adult. Well, he decided about 1.5 years ago that he was going to get into swimming, and he now swims with a master swim group 3 days a week. And if you think about that, he was like 78 when he took up swimming. I would love to stay that engaged, to take up new hobbies and new physical things at the age of 78. But I loved hearing his stories. I'm looking forward to seeing him at Snowdrop. Anyway, that was a really fun thing. I ran again on Sunday. I did 5 miles. This week, because I had some challenges, I had planned to do 4 or 5 strength workouts. I only managed 1. I do want to give a shout out to Kirsten of Kirsten Quick Fit's YouTube channel. She has a lot of amazing workouts with good variety. She's always very energetic. I really enjoy watching her videos. Anyway, I followed one of hers. I wanted to do a kettlebell workout because I prefer the kettlebell. I usually have a standard sort of routine I do, but I did her kettlebell workout instead, and it was really nice to have some variety and do some different exercises. So I really enjoyed that. But my training was also, I've been trying to do at least a couple hill sprint sessions per week. I never got those in. Okay, so now I'm going to move on a little bit to some of the challenges I had this week. First, we had 2 different cars that had car issues, so I was dealing with that. I had my parents are both having some health issues, so I had to drive my mother across town on Tuesday for a doctor's appointment. But the biggest one this week was my father. He's had some health issues. He just got out of the hospital last Sunday, the prior Sunday. Well, on Tuesday night, my mother called me, and it ended up he had to go to the emergency room again. He had a stroke, and he was in the hospital all week. He does seem to be on the mend. It sounds like he's still in the hospital right now, but he should get released sometime this week. I'm guessing probably Tuesday or Wednesday of this week he'll get out. They're still trying to get his medicines right. So I'm spending quite a bit of time talking with my siblings about his care, getting up there to visit. I've been talking to doctors and nurses they're trying to get his medications correct before they release him and get him stabilized. But so that's been kind of the big one. Anyway, so this week there's also going to be a few other challenges. We're trying to get him home. My daughter has had some roommate issues and needs to move out of her apartment by December 5th. So she's going to be moving back home. So we're trying to get her moved back home. And on top of that, my parents' dog has 16 years old that they've had is not doing well, and I think we're gonna get her put down this week. So I'll be taking the dog in to the vet at some point. But anyway, so there's lots of things going on. In addition, I did accept a part-time job at the new Trailhead Running Supply in the area. It's a trail-focused running store that a couple friends of mine own and are starting. It opens, grand opening is December 10th and 11th, but I'm being called in occasionally to help. I was going to go in one day last week and help move the inventory into the store. I'm going in today later to meet with an ultra rep to learn more about ultra running shoes and to be more prepared to sell the shoes and things. But so there's just lots going on. So my change to my plan, I'm really not changing my run walk strategy or anything. It's more of a focus thing. I've noticed the last few days my resting heart rate has gone up. So I went and took my blood pressure, and my blood pressure is increased. So I know I'm under stress. I'm struggling a little bit with all the things going on. I believe in balancing your stresses. I am still going to run the 24-hour race. I have just decided I was on the cusp of whether I'd be able to do 100 miles or not. Probably still not really in shape for it, but hoping I could get really close. All I've decided is I'm still going to go do it, but I'm changing my focus. I'm not even going into it with my head in the place that I'm going for hitting 100 miles. I'm just going to go and see how I do and really try to enjoy myself and visit with friends. Anyway, that's really the only change in focus. I hope later this week to have out a video about my marathon race that I did this last Friday, and I might even come out with a video showing you some of my packing up for the 24-hour race and the things I bring, and maybe talking about my strategy, when I'm planning to take walk breaks, and when I'm gonna eat and drink and things like that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the update. I hope you enjoyed the series. Please consider at least checking it out next week and see how the 24-hour race goes, how it went. Other than that, I hope you have had a wonderful week. I hope your training is going well, and keep moving.